How do you make money for nothing? The answer could be hiding in the 20 million tonnes of household waste we throw out every year.
Before you throw that away, is there any chance I can have a quick chat to you about it?
Sure.
That's why entrepreneur Sarah Moore wants to get her hands on things before they hit the skip.
I am a passionate buyer, user and renovator of second-hand stuff, and I've turned that passion into a money-making business. I turn old into new and I sell it for a profit.
Sarah's ready to sift through as many boots and bin bags as she needs to.
That is the most fabulous thing I've seen here. This is so exciting.
In her search for tip treasure.
I love rifling through the rubbish.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers,
Hello, hello.
What have you got today?
I want to do what's right for this piece of rubbish.
she can transform her finds into desirable,
Look at that.
beautiful,
Speechless.
valuable,
You're joking.
and hopefully saleable items.
You always talk my kind of money, Jay. I love doing deals with you.
If Sarah is successful, then she can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
Wow!
Today, Sarah is at Whitley Community Recycling Centre in Surrey. Every day, up to 400 cars arrive here laden with junk for the tip. But much of it could be reused instead of landing headfirst in the skip. Thankfully, Sarah's here to retrieve rubbish from this wonderful world of waste.
Some people like going designer shopping, others go and play golf. But for me, this is where it's at. I'm in the department store for rubbish, and all I've got to do is find the treasure in the trash.
With a team of skilled designers waiting in the wings, Sarah has special permission to be scouring through car boots looking for 3 items that once revamped and sold will produce a payout for the person dumping them.
Bring it down, I'm here all day. I like the look of your chest.
Yeah.
That's a loaded remark, isn't it?
Come on, Sarah, keep your mind on the job. Enter Richard and some interesting looking doors.
Hi there.
Hello.
I like your doors.
Well, they didn't fit.
Oh, really?
That's an
Is
old
that
one. That's an old one.
Okay.
That's one that came out.
right?
That was the moulded door I got.
So it's not as good a quality as the old one then?
No, but the old one wobbled.
Well, do you know something? It might just be to my advantage. I'm looking for stuff that I might be able to recycle or make into something else. And your solid door might be just the thing.
Yeah, well, you're very welcome to have it.
I'm thinking it looks like it might make a great table or...
A
You've got a
table?
lot- yeah.
Well, let's get the...
That's really cool. I would love if I could take it away and see if I can make something from it.
Yeah? But it actually looks a lot nicer without the paint on it.
It's really solid. It weighs a lot more than the new one. I can see lots of potential just because it's so solid and it's really big, which gives me plenty to work with.
But what does Richard think?
You see, thinking of it from my perspective, I can see turning it into sort of trestle and using it as a workbench. That's what I would do. But my shed's not big enough.
Now I've really picked it up. It's really heavy. There's a lot of good quality wood there. That's fantastic. I'll definitely do something with that. Haven't got anything else in there then that needs
Yeah,
a new
I've got
lease
a
of life?
vintage BT home hub that I don't need. Do you want that?
Fine.
No, that the sun lounge is not going. That's on its way to my allotment.
Always worth asking, but on this occasion, Sarah will just have to make do with the old door.
I'm going to break the door.
If she manages to take it away in one piece, she'll certainly have her work cut out with this old timber. But she does have someone in mind who can help. Rupert Blanchard is a sought-after furniture maker based in Margate.
Design-wise, I love making things that appear really clean and simple, but the cleaner and simpler they get, the more complicated they are to make.
Rupert's furniture designs command a premium price which belie their humble beginnings.
Basically, other people's waste, I find some kind of beauty in it and spend a lot of time and give rubbish a lot of attention to try and bring it back into use. Anything that you might find in a skip, basically, I'm happy to work with it.
That's music to my ears. This old door, which Sarah's been given by Richard, fits that bill perfectly. So, Sarah's rescued one item from the skip, but has 2 more to find. Unfortunately, she's spotted something it's too late to save.
That is hundreds of pounds worth of lamp over there.
Sarah, you should know better than to eye up the stuff that's strictly out of bounds. Anyway, it's not as if it's quiet. There's no end to the rubbish that's pouring in just now. And in no time, Sarah's on to her second catch. It seems skip visitor Stoyan is about to dump something special.
These are really cool.
Yeah.
So you're throwing them today?
Yes, I don't need them.
Stoyan has had enough of trying to glue his broken dining chairs back together, but Sarah can see promise in these pews.
I think they look lovely. How many have you got?
I got a 3 just.
3. Lovely.
Okay.
They're really cool. I love the shape.
That's fine. It's all yours.
Really? I'm so pleased that you didn't put them in the tip. So
That's okay.
thank you so much. These lovely old chairs are going to be made marvellous again. I've got a maker in mind to restore them, and I think I'm sitting on a fortune. Thank you so much.
You never know. Someone's rubbish is somebody's gold. So if you need something and you can use that, you're welcome.
So item 2 is all set for a spruce up, and Sarah knows the perfect craftsman to overhaul these classic chairs. Jay Blades is a builder turned philosophy graduate turned furniture restorer. Jay has his finger on the pulse of modern design interiors, reworking the very best of British craftsmanship and bringing it into the 21st century.
I've always had a passion for the kind of heritage that the British designers have produced over the years. Traditionalists would love to keep it as it is, but to be reintroduced into the market, I like to just add a bit of colour and add something a bit quirky. I really enjoy adding my bit and not necessarily worried about other people's reactions. It's more about, do I like it? If I like it, then it's good.
The 3 rickety stick-back chairs are a perfect project for Jay. But after all Stoyan's repairs, will he be able to stick them back together again? Sarah's successfully secured 2 items for Rupert and Jay's talents, but now she needs to search for a 3rd piece of jettisoned junk she can renovate herself.
Anything you fancy in there?
But the pickings are looking slim.
What's in the box?
Shiver me timbers, some treasure on the horizon, or at least somewhere to store it.
So what is it about the domed captain's trunk in the back of the car there that I find so exciting? I just don't know if it's being dropped off or if somebody's keeping it. But here's the guy coming now.
The chest looks very old, and it could be a great opportunity for Sarah to make some real profit for its owner, Richard.
Sorry to bother you, I was just wondering, is that something you're dropping off today?
Yep.
That looks amazing. Have you just had enough of it? What, is there a story behind it?
There is actually. It's my wife's grandmother's.
Right.
So there's a bit of a story actually.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know what she used to do with
And
it.
she didn't go abroad, or did she always live in this country? Do you know anything like that, or?
She went travelling when she was about 85, 90. So
Oh,
that's
really?
all. Yeah.
So it's probably. I bet she didn't use one of these.
I don't think
did
she used that then. No.
Okay.
She was quite. Unfortunately, I never met her, but she was
She
apparently
sounds
very.
quite spirited.
Yes.
Does it open? Does it still?
I think so. Just one of the hinges is broken, but yeah.
I think that is absolutely beautiful. And I totally understand why you might have finished with it, but is it something that maybe I could take away and try and restore or do something with?
Yeah.
Yeah? You wouldn't mind?
Rather than let's throw it away.
Although it's not a treasure chest, Sarah can see some good money in it for Richard and his family by saving it from the crusher.
I really honestly don't know how much it would be worth. I've never seen anything like that, so no idea.
This is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. It's in real original condition, and it would fit into a smart country house anywhere around here.
Sarah's search for the 3 items is complete. Rupert will knock the old white door into shape. The 3 chairs are going to furniture designer Jay, and the empty chest will be treasured and given a new life by Sarah.
I love the things that I've saved today, but the real question is, can I actually make any money out of them?
Margate is a seaside town on the coast of Kent. Like Brighton and Southend, Margate was infamous for clashes between mods and rockers in the 1960s. Fortunately, it's now well known for the Turner Contemporary Art Gallery and its very own burgeoning vintage clothing and retro furniture scene. It's also home to Rupert Blanchard, who's one of the country's leading reclamation and bespoke furniture makers. And he's used to dealing with Sarah's wild and wacky dump treasure.
I'm really looking forward to Sarah turning up. I don't know what she's actually turning up with. I'm hoping that it's going to be something that I'm actually familiar with slightly, maybe wood, maybe a little bit of metal on it. If it's mass production or bespoke, if it's rotten or brand new, happy to sort of apply my own skills to it and play with it, basically. I just want to get on with it.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah.
I'm a bit embarrassed. It's only a door.
It's a door, it's great. Door's good. Let's bring it in then.
Fab. Here, you take that end.
One objective down then. Recognise that straight away.
Is a door great?
They are great if you've got a gaping wide opening at the front of your house.
It's quite heavy. Solid, isn't it?
Oh, it's a pine door.
That's what I thought.
It's a Victorian pine door.
That got left in the garden.
Okay. This one's really quite square, quite solid. Doesn't seem to have much rot to it. Nice little metal keyhole cover. We could incorporate that into something. I don't know why, but I'm thinking about a dressing table for some reason.
So, dressing table. What are you thinking? Mirror in the top, or is what are you thinking?
Well, it's always been straight all of its life. I'd like to make it a little bit more curvy. That might mean a lot of cutting, a lot of making it. It was always stood up straight. Maybe giving it a nice slinky little bend round. So it's perhaps a lower table, turns round, goes up slightly, so you can sit against it and have it either a tiny little work table or a dressing table.
A slinky dresser, for somebody who's a slinky dresser perhaps. But how much is this transformation likely to cost?
I'd like to get this done in a day. I would like this done and keep this one simple, keep it clean, but keep it quite abstract and sculptural. And so, yeah, in total, no more than 2 days.
That's fine. I think if we signed it off like that we're up to kind of 400 quid on it. If there's a bit less than that, that's great. That might mean something more for the guy who dropped it off. So if we keep it to that kind of ballpark, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I don't see any problems with this. It's going to be quite a sculptural challenge, quite a interesting thing. I think it won't be to everyone's taste, this one, but I think we're going to do something new that people haven't seen before with this one.
So from distressed door to pop art dressing table, that boy is a genius.
With costs of up to £400 to transform this old door into a slinky pop art mirrored dressing table, the pressure will really be on Sarah to sell it for a premium price if she's to return a profit. Sarah's next stop on her wander is Wolverhampton in the West Midlands. It's here in the Victorian backstreets that retro modern craftsman Jay plies his trade. Sarah's about to turn up with Stoyan's unmendable chairs. But will Jay be able to give them a lick of new life?
All she's told me is just something that's beaten up and it's a bit broken and I'm going to have to work my magic on it. Normally my style is repairing stuff and then adding a bit of je ne sais quoi to it. For me, colour is a must. And hopefully, whatever Sarah's bringing along to me today, I'm going to add colour to it.
How are you?
I'm very good. I can't complain. What have you got today?
I've got something really special today. Look at these.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that. That is, whoops. They need some work, don't they?
They do need work.
These scrappy seats are actually classic British Urkel dining chairs that were built at their factory in High Wycombe in the 1960s.
These are one of the creme de la creme of our English designers and English manufacturers that are still functioning in today. A lot of people want Urkel because it is the go-to kind of manufacturer to have. So someone to be throwing these away, it's kind of interesting, I would say. But it's very rare that you come across someone wanting to throw away Urkel. Very, very rare.
The guy dropping these off, he said he'd bought them from the car boot. He had given up mending them because they weren't in a great state, and he just didn't want to see them anymore because this one definitely has seen better days and the others are weak. So, yeah, I thought that they just looked so cool. I love the colour about them, but they need that special touch, Jay.
Yeah, they do. They need a bit more than a special touch. They do need repairing. So what we've got is glue that someone's tried to glue them with. And the one thing glue doesn't stick to is glue. So I'll have to remove all of that glue. This is coming out as well.
No. I'm hoping that the state of them wasn't too bad. And then I thought, you know, you are the go-to man for Urkel. I've seen the kind of fresh new look that you've put on some of their pieces, and I'm sort of wondering, you know, how much colour we can introduce them and if that's all right to paint them. I
think that adding some colour is not going to be too detrimental to the design of this piece. I will introduce colour, but I won't overdo the colour on these. It will be very modestly done. I do love these pieces, so I can't wait to start working on them, actually.
You know what my next question is going to be?
It's going to be money.
Money, money, money.
£50 each.
That's a deal.
OK, cool. I'll best get to work then.
The total cost of renovating the 3 chairs will be £150. Sarah will need to find the right buyer if she's to turn a profit on these. So, with 2 items dropped off and hopefully on their way to be saved and sold, it's Sarah's turn to get stuck in back at the Reclamation HQ in Sussex. And at her barn, she's hoping to turn Richard's chest into valuable treasure. But sometimes it's difficult to get started.
The dog's run off again. Bramble, here! Bramble, here! Come on, here! Right, I'm just going to go and put it in the house. Come with me. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on.
But preparation is everything.
The dog is under no control. It just does whatever it likes. It's a nightmare.
Bramble may be a nightmare, but the chest Sarah's saved might be what dreams are made of.
Actually, I hadn't remembered how it was on the inside. It is a lot better than I remembered, so that's quite cool. I probably won't even have to line it. It's in good nick.
Ah, treasure.
It's got a bicycle clip in it. Look at that. That means it's at least 50 years old, because nobody uses those anymore.
More like 150 years old.
And a sweet. Nice.
The mother lode, a good omen for turning a big profit.
The metalwork and the binding on the trunk is in really poor condition, and that is going to affect how much money I can get for it. So my plan is to try and take as much of the rust and the surface dirt off as possible and hopefully stabilise it so it's something I can wax to make it look much more attractive than it does at the moment. It's going to need a lot of elbow grease to get this together.
With grease applied, it takes Sarah just half an hour to remove what looks like more than a century of filth.
That's great. It's missing its clasp here, look. Should have one of those on this side, but that's missing.
It seems this trunk also comes with a lot of baggage.
Quite recently, somebody's put a couple of screws in here just to hold the hinge on. So I need to find out how big they are and go and get some better ones, hopefully with some sort of rounded top to them. Looks like they were hammered in before, so I'm not going to be able to do that again.
All of the polishing is beginning to pay off, and Sarah's starting to get a hunch that this chest could be quite valuable.
What I might do is just take a picture of it and pop it on social media. I'd like to know how old it is, if anybody's seen one like it, particularly if anybody's sold one before and knows how much it might be worth.
Now, did you know the inventor of the door knocker won the Nobel Prize? Taxi for me, please. Talking of doors,
Sarah brought me this old door, which she saved, and I want to make a kind of console table / dressing table. I could find that it just collapses, it falls apart when I cut through it, especially because there are cracks running through the panels, but I won't really know until I do start cutting it up.
it's a bit worrying that the success of this project could all hinge on a few cracks.
I want to make sure that I'm cutting the shelf to the right level, and this thing doesn't exist yet. I don't know what level it needs to be. I'm not copying another piece of furniture, so there is no standard to go by. There's no rule book, so I can't really go wrong.
Confident, that's what we like to hear.
It's quite hard for me to cut this door. It's quite upsetting, but it is a knackered door that was on its way to landfill, so I'm gonna give it a new lease of life.
Upsetting it may be, but just think how satisfying it may be bringing that door back from death's door.
The cuts that I'm making through this door, they're not going to be straight through, they're going to be at 45 degrees, so I can join it to the next section door seamlessly as one flowing line. I don't want ugly joints just flat against each other. I want to make this nice, smooth, flowing line. Hopefully, I've sliced straight through at 45 degrees and it won't fall apart, but we shall see. No, not quite.
Well, the good news is it's not fallen apart.
Oh, not quite through.
By cutting this door in half, Rupert's turning this into a do. That's half a door.
I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cuts to this door. Hopefully 6 cuts is all we're gonna need. So this little center section can disappear. And that means that I should be able to fold the door together now. But you kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to achieve, to make it appear as if the door has actually folded up on itself.
Don't you just love it when a plan comes together?
I'm still experimenting at this stage. I'm just trying to work out the piece of furniture that, at the moment, it only exists in my head. Yeah, it won't just levitate.
Nobody said anything about levitation. Once mastered, that's bound to raise the value. And in Wolverhampton, Jay's still purring over the Urquhart chairs.
These are a stick-back chair. I think they originated in the 1960s, and this is classified as the Urquhart's originals. British manufacturing, what I say at its best. Sexiest leg in furniture, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Looks good, holds the seat up, perfect form. This is a part of English history, and I'm just adding my little bit of to it.
Although Sarah brought 3 chairs for Jay, he's decided that one of them's too far gone. So he'll use the 3rd one for spare parts for the other 2.
All of these have to be sanded down, and that's all of the sticks, including this bit here. That is kind of like water damage on there. So it will be interesting to see if that has gone through and I can't clean it off. What I might then have to do is just paint this. So the design, what I've got in my mind, is determined by what the chair unravels to me.
And unravelling before our very eyes is Jay's plan for the colours.
So you imagine a light chair, like that colour, with black, and then with a hint of that, and those work. So I'm quite happy with that, actually. All it means is that I've just got to do loads of sanding.
Sanding down ingrained stains is one of the biggest jobs of any furniture restoration. And it will reveal to Jay just how much of the wood he'll have to paint over.
The wet white actually gives a true indication of what the wood would look like once it's finished. And then it will show kind of all of the imperfections that are there. So it's almost like getting a dry run of how it's going to look.
And although most of the wood is fine, a small number of ingrained stains means this part of the chair will need to be painted.
Now this is going to look the bee's knees. I could see a really vibrant mint green. I might just do one leg at the back, but everything else black, and just that one leg. And then these I'm probably going to have to paint. This might be black as well. So it would just, it's going to look amazing.
Back at her house, the photo Sarah took of the old trunk has generated some results. She's been directed to a website that deals specifically with travelling chests like Richard's wife's grandmother's.
So there's all sorts of different trunks on here, but basically it's a dome top antique trunk, and it looks like it might be American or continental. It doesn't look like it's British. So, and probably 1870, something like that, are the similar ones that are coming up on here. And wow, some of them are as much as $3,000 a trunk that look just like our one. I mean, the condition of ours is not great, but we might be talking as much as £1,000 for that trunk. And that will be amazing.
Sarah's success is measured in sales, and she always seeks out the best opportunities to maximise profits. Hosting regularly her own furniture and clothing sales from home,
Let's fold the sofa.
advertising and selling online,
Get that online.
or meeting commercial buyers in person to sell direct.
Seeing this is really refreshing, and it's good. And people are going to want more of it. It's going to grow, this thing, I think, that you're doing.
With opportunities galore in the things we throw out, Sarah's always looking to make money for nothing. So Richard's wife's grandmother's old trunk went on one more journey from the garage to the dump.
That looks amazing.
She went travelling when she was about 85, 90. So
Oh,
that's all,
really?
yeah.
So it's probably, I bet she didn't use one of these,
I don't think
did
she used
you?
that then, no.
And after sitting in the garage for years, Sarah took it to the barn to rejuvenate it.
That looks a lot better.
And after some detailed research, she discovered it's possibly an American traveller's trunk from the 19th century that she could sell for a very healthy profit for Richard. Back at the house, there's been a change of heart. Knock, knock. Hattie, Richard's wife, is finding it difficult to say goodbye to her grandmother's chest.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Hi, come on
Hi,
in.
I'm Hattie.
Hattie, come on in.
And Sarah has invited her over to take a look at what she's been up to.
There you are. Do you recognise that?
Look. Remember, Megan?
The chest now looks fit to store treasure, and Sarah's able to give Hattie a bit of history on it.
I think it was probably something around 1850, 1875, something like that, so quite old. And some people are suggesting that it's an American trunk, so I don't know if there was any connection with where it came from with that kind of travel, but probably not English.
Yeah, just a really fun, sort of oldie piece.
It's, well worth hanging on to, I think. Do you like it?
The chest did once feature prominently in Richard and Hattie's home, but when they started a family, it was put aside.
When we had Megan, as soon as she was mobile, I was just really concerned about having it in the house because I thought with the metal edge, I was just worried if she lifts it up, it could literally, chop her fingers off. So that's when it went into our garage, which unfortunately is a bit damp, and that's when it sort of got into a bad way.
But with even the briefest of clean-ups, the chest has been given a new lease of life.
It's literally had half a go at being sanded, and I think that if you wanted to use some wire wool on it or a wire brush, it would actually come up, really quite well. So And inside, all we've done is just given it a really good dust out, but it's in really good condition inside anyway.
Oh! What can you see?
Sarah can see that Hattie never really wanted to lose this precious item and wants her to have it back.
Should we take it with us, Chloe?
Yeah?
That would be great, thank you.
I think it's quite heavy, isn't it? It's got wheels on the bottom, which is a really good feature if you really want to move it around.
Hattie and Richard almost got rid of the chest at the dump, but thankfully this family heirloom is going back home, and for safety's sake it won't be used as a toy box.
There you go. Well, that's fantastic. Do you think that'll fit? Brilliant. I am so pleased it's going back home. It's sweet.
Really...
Oh, that is really sweet of you. Thank you so much. Safe trip home, and I'm glad it's going home.
Thanks very much.
It's a pleasure. Isn't that sweet? That's so nice that it's actually gone home. A very sweet ending.
From one sweet ending to another, Sarah's back in Margate, where Rupert is adding the finishing touches to the pop art dressing table made from an old pine door.
Every time I come down and see Rupert, I get such a surprise. I don't know how that genius mind works, but everything he turns out is just really special. So today, it's a console dressing table made out of a door. Who knows what that's going to look like?
When Sarah saved it from the dump, it was a simple pine door which had seen better days. Rupert's given it an imaginative uplift and a new purpose in life as a quirky console table. It looks like it's having a good old knees up and will add bags of character to someone's hallway.
Rupert, hi.
Hey Sarah, come
How
in.
are you doing?
Good, good. Back again, I see, for another weird contraption.
Oh, Rupert, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's an odd one, this one. I was really worried about you turning up because I think you'd either hate it or kind of love it. Essentially, I've tried to make a hallway console table, somewhere just to put your keys, put your gloves on the side. So I've actually added a new piece of architrave around it. When I say new, I pulled that out of a skip. It matches the period of the door. I had that mirror kicking around in the warehouse. It's of the same period as the door.
I love the fact if it goes on a wall, it's going to add so much detail, and it's just so simple, and that is why it's brilliant.
Yeah, I really wanted to keep it simple. I'm really always interested in the history of pieces, and to me, flaking paint and different colours really tells the story of this previous home.
So I think that we said the budget on this was £200 to £400. How did we get on with that?
I haven't spent so much time on it, and luckily I haven't had to spend much money on it. I'd be happy to let you have this for around the 200 mark. That'd be no problem.
With £200 worth of budget, I should be able to make a profit on it. So thank you. I think it's gorgeous, and there's a wall in my house that definitely needs one of these.
So, with Sarah made up with the makeup checking mirrored console table, all she has to do now is find a new home for it.
Wow, the beauty in that design is all about its simplicity. It's such a clever idea, and it's so functional. It's a door, now it's a console for a hall. It's brilliant, and I'm hoping that that should make it pretty easy to sell.
Who would have thought back in the dump in Whitley that Richard's ill-fitting door would gain a new lease of life as a console table?
I can see turning it into sort of trestle and using it as a workbench. That's what I would do, but my shed's not big enough.
Shame the shed wasn't as big as Richard's ideas. But the good news is that allowed Rupert the opportunity to customise and crease that old timber, turning it into a cool console table. Sarah has yet to find the right home for this unconventional creation. Sarah's come to Surrey to show Richard how his old pine door has been reinvented.
Hi there. No, you're not. Oh, hello. Hi there again. How are you?
Hi, nice to see you.
Hello. Who's this?
This is James and Jessica.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good.
Have you come to see what happened to your old door?
Yes.
Come on out. I'll show
To
you.
know how a door can become anything other than a door. James can't really imagine it.
Really? Have you thought about what we might have done with it?
Yeah, just an old TV.
An old TV?
Yeah, one of those wooden ones.
That's a really good idea. I wish I had thought of that. Do you want to see what we did with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it looks a bit different. This is something that is probably not everybody's cup of tea, but your door went on holiday, it went all the way to Margate to this amazing designer who's called Rupert Blanchard. And he has made your door into, it's a console table.
That is... I mean, but you can still see what it is, can't you?
And then when it's in a sort of more household position, I think it looks quite smart. So it's not everybody's cup of tea because it looks a bit scruffy, but I think it's really original.
I really like it. What do you think, Jess?
It looks a bit different to how I expected.
I think it'd go really well in our house. Do you think it would? You do admit that much, don't you?
Can we maybe have it soon?
Well, it's funny you say that. Normally I come here and I say to people, this is what I've done with your old door and I've sold it and I'm here to give you money, but your door hasn't sold yet. So I can either give you the door or I can hang on to it and try and sell it for you.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to be wanting to take that off your hands in the few minutes that I've thought about it. I really, really like it. But yes, so please send us all the...
For my room!
Yeah, it could be for your room, could be for your room, maybe for the man cave. Really nice to see you again. Thank you ever so much. And yeah, I'll be in touch very shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.
Sarah never sold the piece, but Richard decided he wanted it for his home. Sarah may be £200 out of pocket, but at least it was a happy reunion for the old door and its original family. With 2 out of 3 items completed, Sarah has one more pickup to make. And in the West Midlands, Jay has finished the Urkel chairs and is waiting nervously to see if she likes what he's done.
Well, Sarah knows I love Urkel, so her bringing me these, hopefully she'll be pleased with what I've produced. I would have these in my house all day, every day. These are really, really brilliant.
But will Sarah agree with the radical approach to colour Jay has taken with these classic chairs?
I can't wait to see what Jay has done. He's Urkel's biggest fan, and I'm hoping that with the pair and the spare that I dropped off, he's managed to create 2 fabulous Urkel stick-back chairs.
When Sarah brought 3 chairs to Jay, they were on their last legs. And now, 50 years after they were made, they're cutting-edge Urkel chairs once again.
What have you been up to? You're just a genius. Look at that. Just the one leg.
Just the one leg.
How quirky is that?
All they needed was a decent amount of glue, taking the glue that was out of it, and then putting them back together, and they are ready to go for another 60, 70 years, I believe.
Perfect. Made my day. Absolutely perfect. I think you've kept that purity, that Urkel finish and that look, and just enhanced it. Oh, just world class, brilliant.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more pleased.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Flattery will get you everywhere.
Oh, good. I think we set the budget at 100 quid for the pair. Did we come in on budget?
We came in on budget. We came in on budget.
Luckily, Sarah can already see how these ultra-modernised, chic Urkel chairs will sell themselves.
They were tired and they were going to a skip, and look what you've done.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're pleased. I'm glad you're pleased.
I think you can tell. I really do like them. I knew they were coming home to the right person, and I'm sorry to say I'm going to take them away.
Yeah, you will. You will take them away. Yes, they needed a little bit of glue in, TLC, but the beauty with Urkel furniture is that it will last the test of time. It will outlive me, most probably, and it will be a case of if we can just add a little bit to it to make it just look like, ooh, or draw people's attention, that's what I'm all about.
At the dump, these battered but beautiful Urkel chairs were about to be discarded forever.
They're really cool. I love the shape.
Sarah thought she could make a profit from them, and Stoyan was very happy to let her try.
If you need something and you can use that, you're welcome.
And with a touch of J-Blade's design wizardry, they became cool retro chairs with a bright future ahead.
Oh, just world class. Brilliant. Couldn't be more pleased.
Sarah showed them to Martin at the old cinema, and he snapped up the funky chairs for his retro London store.
It's got a nice sort of fun 50s, 60s look about it, and it's just really done well. I like it.
Now, Sarah's in Surrey to show Stoyan what became of the chairs and hand over any profit from the sale.
Hi there. Hello.
Hello.
Hiya. I'm Sarah. Hi there.
I'm Liliana.
Hi there.
I'm
Hi,
Stoyan.
nice to see you again.
Nice
How
to
are
see
you?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
I've bought some pictures to show you of your
Okay.
chairs. Now, I remember you dropped 3 off at the tip,
Yes,
didn't you?
yes.
And did you say you got them from a car boot sale?
Yes.
And they had been stuck together lots of times. Was that you who'd been
Yeah,
mending them?
we used that nearly 9 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were a bit wobbly and they were quite old.
Yeah.
They were unstable and we had no use for them in the room. We just didn't have space for them.
Okay, so your chairs, would you like to see what happened to them?
Yeah, please.
There's an amazing guy called J-Blades who specialises in revamping
very hard.
furniture. What do you think?
It's very hard, yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Good?
Yeah.
Do you think it works?
Yes, and this is bright as well. Really good.
Yeah.
Color contrast is. I don't think you could do that with these chairs.
It turns out that those chairs are made by somebody called Urkel. They have a very strong look. Urkel is collectible, and we paid him £100 to paint it all and to make them look fantastic. But we sold them for £200. So I've got £100 here to give to you for your chairs.
What's about it? I told you about the
We can give them to
charity.
charity
Keep that for the
ourselves.
charity for ourselves.
Really?
Yes, please.
What I'd like to do is, if I give it to you, then you can choose which charity that you give it to.
Macmillan's, we at school we did some work for Macmillan's, so I could.
That would be great, if you're happy with that, and if I can send you pictures or anything, if you want to show anybody at school how the money came or what we did with your chairs, that's fantastic.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
Thank you very much for letting
Thank you
me
to keep me in
have
touch
your.
and-
Oh, that's lovely.
And
Thank you.
Oh, it's a
good luck
pleasure.
with what you're doing. It's really great.
Oh well, thank you. They were great to work on.
Jay charged £100 to repair and reimagine the Urkel chairs. Sarah sold them for £200, making a nifty profit of £100 for Stoyan and his daughter Viljana.
It's been really emotional to see Sarah and what she's done with these chairs. For me, it was just the chairs which done the job for me. But now they look really, really good, and I'm impressed what they've done.
Sarah rescued 3 unwanted items from the tip. The treasure chest that steered its way back home. The pine door was revamped into an offbeat console table. And the swing was put back into those 60s-looking chairs.
Well, that wasn't quite the outcome we expected for that trio of tip treasures, but it was satisfying nonetheless. That chest has gone right back to the heart of the family where it belongs to be. The console table is now a treasured possession, and the Urkel chairs have raised money for charity.